Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim. I'm going to turn the air conditioning on. It's hot down here in South Florida. I just got home, went over to Fred and Rafaela's. First, I went over to the Apple store at the University Town Center Mall. And I had a gift card that wasn't good for anything, but something in there. No money back. No, nothing, just use at Apple. So I'm thinking, what can I buy here? I just bought a phone, the iPhone 17 Pro, if you're new to my channel. I bought the Max, I didn't like it. 24 hours later, I took it back. Got the small one, love it. And I got the Cosmic Orange. Got a silicone Apple case arriving tomorrow. I got on Amazon. Genuine Apple. They're $50 cases, $49 plus tax. I don't know. It says $25. I jumped on it. It's an Urgent. That's orange. It's an orange one to match the phone. So I'm thinking about that gift card I've got that I was so blessed to receive. And it was for quite a bit of money. Hundreds. So I'm thinking, I don't need another Mac. I don't need another phone. I hate earbuds. I already have like 3 or 4 pair anyway. I don't want a laptop. I don't want a tablet. I don't need any more cases or screensavers. What else do they have? Well, what complements an iPhone better than anything? And what do most people these days, I gotta go do laundry, man. I'm running out of stuff. What do they have? What do they walk around with? How about a Apple Watch? Take a look at that, 46 millimeter, that's the largest one. Well, they make an Ultra that's a 49 millimeter, but, oh, she's trying to listen to me. This is the Series 11. They make a Series, what is it called, SE. That's their entry level for someone that just wants an iPhone. And then the one that everybody should buy, like the iPhone 17 regular, not the Pro, versus the Ultra. You don't need to buy that. It's like $300 more. For what? Nothing. So I got the 11. It's exactly like the 10. I could have bought a 10 refurbished, guaranteed by Apple, from Apple, at the Apple store. I didn't look to see if they had one, but I'm assuming they did. But they do. I don't know if the 10 makes jet black, but they have different blacks every year. This is jet black. But I had this money to spend that had to be spent, and there was no change back or anything like that. So I got it, and I got this black band. It's just a rubber band, you know. You get a band with it, you know. You can choose any one you want. They're all the same price. And I went ahead and they got me. They got in my shorts. I dropped down in my pocket and pulled another 50 out, a half a yard, and I bought a second band because nobody with an iWatch, an Apple Watch, a smartwatch, whatever you want to call it, no one has just one band. I mean, especially ladies. They got them for every outfit, whatever color. And you can have the, now I don't have that one. Hang on. Why does she keep coming on? Why does she think I'm saying her name? Here, this is like the color face that goes with the jet black and the black band. But I got a high-vis green fluorescent band. Where's it at? My pocket? Oh, it's right here. Hang on, let me show you something. Let me just show you something. I don't know what they are, but look. And they basically, you know, just slide in and out of the watch. If you have a Apple Watch, you know what I'm talking about. So soft. It's the silicone, just like the phone case. I can't wait to get it tomorrow. But anyway, I got this one here. Yeah, no. Black goes with everything. And after I bought it, I'm not really that excited about it. Might return it. But here it is. And then I got the black one. You get this charger, little thing right there. It sticks on the back of your... Now they want to sell you the fast chargers and all this stuff. Look, I'm retired. It can sit here all day. It can charge every night. I mean, like, what do I need a fast charger for? So I just took the change that was left over and added money to it and got one more band, which is probably the two I have now is the first two of many. I'll probably get 2 or 3 more over time. But anyway, it does everything that the phone does. Text, talk, surf the web, ring, set timers, listen to music on it. Barely hear it.
There's nothing in your music library.
Why does she keep thinking I'm saying something to her? It's too sensitive. Anyway, I'm starving to death. Tonight's dinner, pork chops. I got these at Aldi, I believe. Premium pork. Hand picked. I gotta turn the air on. It's hot. So hot. I went to, let me close the door. Beautiful outside. I mean, it's really nice out there. But it's 20 degrees warmer in here. I just got back from riding the motorcycle, got helmet head. I was over at Fred and Raphaela's. They needed help with their phone again, with email or something. And then I wanted to show them my watch and have coffee. And she made the best cup of coffee I've ever drank in my life. I'm all hopped up. I'm getting off. I didn't buy them today. I was at the store. There's one in the refrigerator. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm not buying any more of those non-alcoholic beers. Why? No, there's no alcohol. Or there's a trace, somebody says, but you have to drink a truckload of it. But you still get that fat. You still can get that beer belly. And something blowing me up. So I'm off of them. And so I went for the next worst thing. And I got back on my Diet Cokes, of which I can't drink too many of them anyway. I get gorged out on them. But I do have some Diet Coke in the refrigerator. I bought a 12-pack of regular cans that I'll treat myself to. Otherwise, I'm just going to drink water. And I'm telling you, I haven't eaten anything today but hard-boiled eggs. I've been making them like crazy. I bought 2 more 18-pack of eggs. But I went into the store. I'll show you. I bought a pair of jeans. 3330s. They're kind of big because they're relaxed fit, not slim or regular or stretch or anything of the such. They're fat man pants. They're pantyhose pants. Stretch where you do. They got huge legs in them. I don't like them. And I don't like the light color. I bought 2 pair and 2 shirts. And I got a dark blue pair. I think I like those better. And these are some Georges. These were $4.96. They're long sleeve, but I rolled them up. I'm trying to keep the sun from when I ride the motorcycle from cooking me. Now those SPF shirts that are like nylon, that have no collar, you put them on, all they do is just hang on you and show your belly. I mean, you want to look fat, buy one of them. They're like polyester or something. So until I lose this beer belly gut, and I definitely now, I am convinced, I definitely need to be 185. This 195 is a fat man. One of the guys over here, Chris, that helped with the gazebo project, he's a Canadian. He's 5'11". He's an inch taller than me. He weighs, what do you say? 180? And he looks good. He's got a slim, I mean, you could tell. It's like, I said, do you go to the gym? Do you work out? He goes, no, not really. He's just a real picky eater. He kind of just snacks. There's something going on there with his calorie intake because he's doing good. So that got me motivated. I want to be like that. And 195 is just too big for a short torque 510 stubby. I need to be 180, 185. That's right. So I'll do it. I'll do it. Should I put a microphone in? Because the air conditioning's loud. Okay, let me put a microphone in. All right. We got audio, baby. So I was going to put the thing on and video on the bike. Folks, I got to tell you. I'm sorry, but I got to tell you. The motorcycle, the Goldwing, is beyond a machine. It's beyond a beast. It's a spaceship. It's absolutely incredible. The feel of that thing, the technology, the power, the handling, the size of it at the red light. It's just, I'm in a small car. I got this windshield and this fairing and GPS up on the front screen and that helmet, that astronaut helmet. I got all this. I'm just telling my, what does she see? She thinks I'm talking to her. Stop. I got to turn her off. It's got the, her in the, the helmet. And I'm listening to Apple Music, all the good ones. The Stones, Led Zeppelin. There's nothing better, right, when you're running or walking or riding, you're driving your truck or your car or on a motorcycle, hearing some good jams, traveling down the highway. Oh, man. I'm telling you, folks, you have no idea. My neighbor was really admiring it today. My neighbor next door here, he had a couple of himself. Let's get out that butter. Where's it at? Let's hurry up. That pan's getting hot. Getting really hot. Got to put the pork on. This butter's gonna. This butter's gonna burn. I got this stuff. Okay. Oh, it's that big old thing. Look. There's not two sticks. It's a big old flat. Look at this. Hang on, I'll show you. God. Big old thing of butter. Let's get a knife out. Move this egg maker. I'm going to make some more eggs too. All right, where's the knife? Yeah. Put some Kerrygold in there. And I'll show you what we got going on here. I'm going to have to cut this in half and put that in the butter dish. I'll make me a stick. That's all you do. Just cut it. Come out of there. There you go. There's your dang stick. Look. And then I got this left over. That's how you do it. Why do they give you one big block? Kerrygold. You guys were really getting me up on that. I got some cans of tuna in there. And that's it. I mean, I got no other food. It's carnivore, baby. Meat, baby, meat. Butter and eggs. All right, here we go. Let me show you what we're doing. Let me get you over here. Let me show you. You're going to love it. Whoa. Slow down there, Hoss. All right, you ready? Got that, huh? Check out these chops. Got to get the salt out nice and thin. Dang, I can only get 2 in here. All right, 2 at a time. Really? Bummer. Couldn't put a bigger skillet on there anyway. Let me get the salt out. Here we go. We got the big sea salt. There you go. So while those cook, here's the flame I got going. Turn them up a little bit more. Let me get you back up on me. There you go. Come on up. So yeah, I gotta go somewhere on that bike. That bike is just itching to crush some miles. What a touring machine. It just sits out there. I can't believe it. It's kind of like, it's so pristine. The guy that had it before me and the guy that had it before him, including me, have just kept it in the showcase. But that's going to change, baby. And the only thing that bike that would make it even newer and better is, and I've got it out there in the shed, I'm going to do it myself, I should make a video, is change the oil on it. It's had, when it was brand new, the guy did it, and then the guy that I bought it from did it. And you only have to do it every 8,000, but I'm going to do it about every 5. But it's only got 6 on it. So do I need to do it? It's like $100 for all that stuff. The synthetic oil, there's 2 filters for it. You got an automatic transmission filter and the oil filter. All these gaskets and crush washers, and then the oil. And then I had to buy, for the first time, it was like $35. I bought an oil container to hold the old oil. It holds 5 quarts of oil, you know, like a car. But it's a real flat, so it can go underneath the bike. Otherwise, that would have been really a problem trying to do that. My neighbors over there that we built the gazebo, they're enjoying it. They're enjoying the hell out of it. They got their curtains up, and he got his TV on. He is loving it. Oh, I have not seen Miss Debbie over there, the owner of the gazebo. I got room for another pork chop. To tell her hello from, I forget your name, but I've got it in my comments. I will tell her for you. I think that's ironic that you've been watching my channel for a while and you know Debbie and Jim. Wow. I guess that's the way you're saying it. Well, you probably contacted her already. I will definitely tell her. I'm trying to remember what your name is. Is it Chris? It might be Chris. So, look at these babies. I just added that third one. It's like bacon, you know. They shrink up. So I'm just going to eat the heck out of those and keep losing weight. So let me tell you this too. I gotta rant a little bit. There's too many people that have moved here. And now that we have season going on, I'm going to try and say this without any exaggeration. I know sometimes people exaggerate, and I'm bad about it too. But I'm going to say this to you with zero exaggeration. If you go to our mall right off the I-75 freeway on University Parkway, called the University Town Center, and you just get off the exit. That's as far as you're going to go. You can't, once you get to the mall, you can't leave. Once you go to Target or Dick's or any of those shopping centers or restaurants, LA Fitness, BJ's, you can't leave. It's literally gridlock. People that are trying to come out of stores onto the main arteries, if you want to call them that run the traffic around these roundabouts and stuff through the mall over to Nathan Benderson Park. And we're talking less than a mile from University Parkway to the other end of Target where Dick's is, and then malls on this side of the street. But there's a lot of little finger roads that try to come out into that one artery, and you cannot get out. I was losing my mind, and I was on the motorcycle. I told Fred and Raphael, I said, I came this close to not coming over. And I wanted to go over because I wanted to see them and have coffee, but I know they needed a little help with their email and their phone, and I always want to help them out. And I was just saying, if I can get to university and turn left and come home, I'm not going to just keep, but I got a break. Only because, why is this? This thing is a junker. It keeps talking. It thinks I'm talking to it. I got over there, and then of course I was fighting daylight to get home. And I didn't have my clear face shield. I've got to put that in the trunk. I had to put the windshield all the way up, lift the face shield up. And I'm still looking through a tinted window because the windshield is tinted. The guy that put that on put a tinted one on. Not the best for night riding. Needs to be clear. I have the factory windshield right out there. Let me show you what we're doing here. Oh, these are thin. So they're cooking right up. I'm doing this with my right hand and I'm left-handed. I just flipped that one. That's a new one I put in. See? Come on, man. Needs to touch the bottom of the skillet there. But yeah, it's just not any fun in the season with all these snowbirds here and the people that live in Lakewood Ranch. Lakewood Ranch is up in that area. That's the name of a community that was the #1 moved to community for 4 years in a row in the entire United States of America. That's saying something, man. So it's just, and these are winter homes. People in here got money too, but they live in an RV. People across the street in a mobile home park. They come and go in the summer. Their places are shut down in July. Ain't nobody here. Jackrabbits are carrying canteens. Nobody here but me. And so people got RVs, mobile homes, condos, villas, and then big ass houses up in Lakewood Ranch. Big old houses. $500,000, million, $2 million. On a golf course. And they got plenty of money. They're all here. I don't know where they're from. Somewhere. And I don't care, you know, the economy, it is affecting a lot of people. I will not deny it. But it isn't affecting millions that I see up there that's got money. They can't even get out of their car without hundreds falling on the ground. They can't get in the mall quick enough and spend. Plenty of money down here in South Florida. Yeah. Yep. Because this is where it's at, baby. It's where they all want to be. It used to be, well, it still is. You go to West Palm Beach and there's millions more than there are here. I mean, I can't even imagine dealing with that anymore. That's where I grew up. I can't even imagine. This egg cooker thing is in the way. I gotta make some more eggs. I need some water. Let's have a swallow. I'm buying it by the gallon now. I used to pull them plastic bottles out, remember? But I got cheap on myself. I just buy these gallons for $1.50. Oh, yeah. H2O. So yeah, Fred and Raphael, they're just a blast. I love them two to death. We were talking. Well, let's get the salt out and throw 3 more in there. I'll be able to eat all 6 of these babies. That's right. That's right. Let me show you. Here, take a look. Put the salt on them babies. Oh yeah, those things are cooking 5 minutes. Nothing else, no pepper. I got it, but I'm too lazy to get it out. But I do gotta have some salt. Take a look at these. Huh? You know those are gonna be good. Can't wait. Let me go ahead and take them out. Put them on the paper plate here. Fine china. Definitely done. We still got that that Kerrygold butter in here. Bone-in thin select pork chops. Oh, there's 4. Oh my goodness. How am I going to get that in there? How am I going to do it? How can I do it? I don't think I can. But I'll get it cooked. I'm going to have to eat these right now and get back to you. Let me put a little salt on this one over here. It was hiding. A lot of pork chops on that little package there. They're cheap. Look at me putting the salt in the refrigerator. Cuckoo. Cuckoo for coconuts. So look at this. Let me tell you, I was in and out. The lady that hooked me up, she was wearing one. They all wear them. They got them for free probably. She booted mine up to my phone and connected it, and you get some free services, one of 3 things. I got some health thing, and it's supposed to tell you everything in the world. The other 2 things I didn't have any use for. But after 3 months, they start charging you. So I already put a reminder on my phone about 4 days before that to cancel. But 3 months? Like I got Apple Music from buying the iPhone for 3 months. I'm good to like March. And believe me, I can play a full album, all the songs, no commercials, no unlimited skips. It's awesome. And I'm cranking them on the helmet and in the crusher. I'm enjoying my music. I sit here at night. This is what I watch on TV. When I get tired of watching iPhone and Goldwing videos, because I'm already, plenty of that, I go to music. And I listen to Led Zeppelin or the Stones, and I like the 60s and the 70s classic rock. And then YouTube starts to tag and recommend songs similar to what I'm listening to. And I end up finding songs I never knew the title. I've heard them a million times. I've never been one to remember the names of them or the lyrics. And I'm like, oh man, that's such a good one. I haven't heard that in a long time. Then I save it and I crank them on my sound bar. And I sit right here by myself. And nobody's going to say anything. I'm not in an apartment. Even though these people right here, when they're in that big diesel pusher, they don't hear. And when they're out there hosting, sitting in their little setup they got, and I'm sitting right there and I can hear them because it's right there. I'm not going to complain, and they're not going to complain on me. But when they go in their coach, they don't hear nothing. Nothing. And I just jam these tunes as loud as I want to hear it, which is probably louder than I could probably do in an apartment. Not a house, but heck, I hear people going down the road in their car. I can hear their music like they're standing right here. People play that music, man. And there's some songs they've made mixes out of. They're the song, but they've made a mix with it. They're really cool. So I was getting into some tunes last night. I'll get into it again tonight. I was listening to them in my truck. I was enjoying driving the truck a little bit today too when I went shopping. And I got the Vivor back here. I got the motorcycle right outside my door. And the crusher, the whole front end up here, the whole back of my camper is for her. She's got whatever she wants, wherever she wants to be. I can come wheeling in there in any direction I want, angled, sideways, straight on. I'm not sharing it with the motorcycle. The motorcycle's right there, the Vivor's right there, and the big Super Duty's up back there. And this home of mine is sitting right in the middle with these pork chops. Let's turn them. Let's take a look at them. So what I'm going to do is, let me talk about it. I'm watching, the Goldwing videos, and I think I mentioned it already on the video. Sorry about that. I banged into the wall. A guy, he has all of his stuff laid out on the garage floor on a sheet showing how he packs for a road trip. He's got everything but a tent and an air mattress and a sleeping bag. I'm thinking, and he's talking about going to be gone for 31 days. I might have mentioned this already. I got to get some new material. So I'm thinking, you're going to get a room every night for 31 nights? That would be expensive. Think how cheap it is getting 40, 45 miles per gallon, traveling on the bike, staying in an RV place that allows, or a campground I should say, that has electric and water, that has tent sites that in some cases run 10, 20, they were that. If they're 30 or 40, that's a damn sight cheaper than 60 to 80 like for the RV, and you're not burning any gas during the day. 2 tanks of gas in the Goldwing and I'm done for the day. That's over 400 miles. I'm not going to ride 500 or 600 miles like I used to. I might do it one day or something. But when I was talking about pulling this with the truck, getting 10 miles per gallon, burning a lot of gas, but not having to pay for a hotel, and justifying, that, like stay at a Love's or whatever. Like when you're going from one place to the next, not where you're ultimately going to be, then you got to pay, at an RV park for a while, and whatever you can get a deal on, or do the America Beautiful card, like I did in Georgia, $15 a night. You can set up a tent there too. So just think how cheap that is. These guys, I used to watch these videos. These guys, they go to Alaska, Canada, Niagara Falls, up to Yellowstone, Tahoe, all the way up in Oregon and everything, Seattle, all the way up to Alaska, like I say, all through Idaho and everything, on this wing, this machine, this spaceship. It's really, really amazing. And look, you can do it on the cheap. 40, 45 miles per gallon. 0 to $35, $40 a night at a campground. If they got a rough site, I don't even need water or electric. I mean, as long as I can use the shower house in there, what do I need water for? I got my own water. What I do is I get somewhere a couple hours before dark. I don't want to be sitting there too long and just waiting to go to bed. I want to get there where I got just enough time to get dinner and then blow the air mattress up. And all you need is one of them battery operated with some D batteries that blows up a twin or a full and put it in a dome tent, likely a twin. And all that stuff winds up real small and can go in the back seat of the wing. Plus I've got that rack on that trailer hitch that goes on the trailer hitch. It's a rack that he uses to carry a cooler on, but I can put a bag on that. I got plenty of room to take all I need, clothing, camping equipment, and just go. The only thing I'm waiting on is, we ain't even got started yet. It's not even January, but I'm planning it out. I can still get out of the Keys and everything, but I won't be, and don't worry, I'm not going to wait till May and June or July to go across country when it's warm, because that's too hot out west. It'll be March, April, for sure. As soon as my free Apple Music 3 months trial runs out, I'll be running out. In the meantime, it'll be going to the beach, which I need to go and show you guys, and not on the motorcycle per se, but just go sit on the beach. It's so darn beautiful right now. Today was 77, felt like 83, and sunny and just gorgeous. Wake up this morning, it's like, ooh, chilly. It warms up, beautiful, sunny. Love it, man. Here at the RV park, everybody's out in their gazebos, easy ups, whatever you want to call them. Their little shelters. I guess they're gazebos. Yeah, living large. Most of them are all visiting one another. I kind of say to myself, you know, I don't mind visiting. I got nothing against it. And I'm not lonely. It's just the way I like to roll. I personally, I can get annoyed quickly. Not annoyed, that's not the right word, but I don't have any interest in, I don't drink, and not that they all drink, but, you know, a lot of them do. And just sitting talking about nothing. But when you get older, they like to do that. They love to get together. They get in the cars, they go shopping together, and they're lovely people for sure. Nothing like that. It's just, I'm just not a real socializer. I'm too busy trying to, that solo, I just put that, look at this. I just put that solo in. Look at this. That's better than a stack of pancakes, baby. Now, if I don't gorge all those down, I'll put them in the fridge. Eggs in the morning, baby. That's eggs and bacon right there, right? That's right. I'm going to buy some more of these. They're real easy to cook. And they are very, very, I like to bone in and slice thin like that. So this is the life, man. Made that video the other day talking about Social Security at 62. One or two in there were, I don't know, there's always been somebody like that pushed back about, oh, you got to plan more, you need to work longer, you got to wait till you're almost dead, you got to wait till you get Medicare, you got to wait till you get full retirement age, you got to wait for $500 more. Everybody around here I've talked to, they all got it at 62, and they got pensions and everything else. They didn't wait. Nobody waits. I made a video today. The reason you haven't heard from me this afternoon, I decided not to post it. There's a little bit of a rant. I know a lot of you like the fact that I'm generally, and I am, I'm a positive person. I always look at things positively. But I went on a rant about the doctors today. And it would have probably, you know, been very controversial with a lot of people because of their health issues and stuff. But I just look at it like, it's like I Googled it with Google Gemini. I said, is going to the doctor the third leading cause of death in this country? He said, absolutely. He said, the reason it is not first or second is because on death certificates, if they say heart attack, if he died of a heart attack or her, that was the cause. But it could have been because they put him on too much Stalin pills, or they did a bypass, or they put too many volts into his body with some kind of machine, or they, you know, had him her do something, or wrong surgery, or whatever. Medical errors and pharmaceutical drugs and side effects and stuff are killing people north of 250,000 a year, and that's just the ones that they're actually calling medical errors. Oh yeah, you can Google it. I've talked about this many times. So my video was sort of ranting about, unless I get a broken bone or in a car wreck or, you know, faint, or, you know, my eye's really bad, I'm starting to see stars, and, you know, a real reason to go to the doctor. But when you go to the doctor, the primary checks your blood and says, oh, you got elevated cholesterol, you got elevated this. Go to the urologist, go to the cardiologist, whatever. Then as soon as you go in there, then it's a revolving door. They want you to come back for 6 tests. And then you get involved with the cardiologist, the dermatologist, the gastroenterologist, the urologist, and you can't go anywhere because every other week they want you to come back in for the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 6th test. And it's just a way to bill the insurance companies. Plus I get annoyed by the copay. They're going to $45 you to death. I got friends of mine that are paying $70 for a copay. for the specialist. But that's not where they make the money. I mean, they want that copay. If they got 15 people that day coming in giving them $45, they want it. They keep that. It's the procedure, the code they bill to the insurance company. Think about it. Why does anybody want to be a doctor or a lawyer? For money. The day of making house calls with a black bag and just caring about people, like, pay me later. Just give me $3. No. It's the same thing as with the politicians. See, I'm ranting. They could care less about the constituents. I don't care what letter they got behind their name. It's all about self-preservation and enriching their lives. They could really give a rip whether you live or die. I'm telling you. You got to do for you. Look out for you. That's what I've learned. They don't care. So anyway, that was a video I kind of went on and on. It wasn't really bad. I just kind of said it right there, but I went on for a little while. And I just thought to myself when I went into Walmart, while it was kind of saving to my phone on the mending part, the first stage, I said, Tim, don't upload that. That's just, you already got controversial crap about side hustle. These people that don't think that you should work at all after you retire. You just need to be stale. Just sit there. You got plenty of money. Don't do nothing. Don't even build any birdhouses in your garage, which is work. They just make it 2 or 3 people. Oh, just to be disagreeable, I think. So ridiculous. When I say work after you get your Social Security, like 20 to 25 hours a week or less, if you're an entrepreneur and you can make some good money, it's just to stay busy, to make some extra coin. I always thought it was cool. When I used to play golf a lot, and these geezers were out there that were handing me the golf cart keys, and they were on Social Security. They didn't need to work. They just got free golf, and they were just sitting out there smoking cigarettes and bull crapping with one another and making some money and getting tips. And they were there for years. They weren't doing anything. They had it made in the shade. Plus free golf. So what's wrong with that? And it just adds to that free check you get deposited every month on one of them Wednesdays. Well, it's time to eat, folks. And I've got a skillet here. It's caramelized and glazed. And how you clean that is you add a little water to it. And then turn the eye on. And that will come right off. Just put not even a quarter cup of water. Let me turn that on. Yep, and get that hot, and I'll take my little rubber deal here. This thing. And it just comes clean. Folks, before I end the video, I would like to ask that if you would please consider subscribing. If you're new to my channel, I would like to ask that if you buy on Amazon for Christmas, that if you click on what they call an Amazon link on my YouTube front page, I've been bad about putting them in the description of the videos, but if you just look at Sarasota Tim's YouTube page, there's a couple of links there. And one is called Buy Me a Coffee, if you'd like to buy me a coffee and support the channel. And I got a birthday coming up. It's Christmas time. Be generous. But no, mainly if you could use that Amazon link, it doesn't cost you a penny. You're just buying what you're going to buy anyway. And you start by using my link. And somehow or another, Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, gives me a little commission. And you know what? That's extremely thoughtful of anybody that does that. And I have quite a few that do. All YouTubers ask people to do it. Most YouTubers are Amazon affiliates. And so most of them make a lot more commissions at it than I do, because they usually try to sell products. That's what their shtick is. Anyway, so use the Amazon link, subscribe to the channel. Another thing you can do that doesn't cost you a penny is give my video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. They both count. And it just shows YouTube that you're looking, you're watching. And I would like to say, and I'm going to say it once, I might say it again eventually. A lot of people, all right, let me see how I can say this, because I don't want to get into it. All right, turn that off. My channel is popular. Not as popular as a lot, but it's pretty popular. And I'm recognized a lot of places. I was more recognized a year ago when, of course, the algorithm picked me up and I was on front of every TV in America talking about collecting Social Security. And a lot of people enjoyed my videos. Thousands, millions watched. And a lot of you stuck with me because you just liked me, liked what I talked about, or liked my voice. I've had people say, I just put you on. I don't even watch you. I just put you on and listen to you. Whatever. And so I've been very blessed. And through that success brings envy from other people. There are other people out there that try to build a YouTube channel on hate, on disparaging others. And, when you hear something about President Trump, let's say you really love him, okay? You're a MAGA person. You voted for him. And then they say, oh, he went to that island of that, whatever that guy's, that hung himself or whatever in prison, that they're all saying that all these people went to a bunch of pedophiles. And you say, nah, not President Trump, not President Clinton, not Prince Charles or whoever, not Charles, but whoever them, one of them people. What was that? Take eye drops. And you're like, they're just saying that, right? But what happens? Here's what happens. You're like, or did he? They cast just enough doubt, just because they say it, to make you ponder. You don't believe it. You're not going to believe it. But you go, or did he? Did he? What is he? And I'm not just getting hung up on Trump. Anybody. A friend of yours. So when people go online and make videos about Sarasota Tim, right after I make a video that is something different than morning coffee and talking and cooking, and they're like, oh, some new material, some new ways to hate. Here's what they do, folks. They make a video in hopes that you will watch and they can get a click. They don't make any money. None of them do. Not one of them are monetized and make any revenue whatsoever. Not a penny. Not one of those channels. But you know what? They don't even care. They don't even want the money. Well, they might, but they don't. What they want to do is hate. They want to disparage. They're so envious of someone that succeeded in life. And there's stories like mine by the millions that didn't go to college, didn't have a career, didn't have a pension, didn't have a trade, just done well enough for themselves in life. And then in the end, they keep doing better in their later years, like I'm doing right now. I'm crushing it. I am. And they look around, they're like, he's got that, and he's got that, and he's got that. I hate that guy. And they just want to hate. It's pure envy, folks. Pure envy. So they say some things that I haven't watched, I don't watch, but I've heard recently from someone. That's why I want to talk about it. I think it's good that I'm saying this, because if you're new and you've heard some hate stuff because you clicked on something, you searched my channel, I told you I met you, and I gave you a card, and you just went on Google, and then when you put in Sarasota Tim, guess what you get? You get all the other crap. And so, by accident or whatever, or you watch one of my videos and one of them come up, and that's what they love. That's what they hope. That's what they're doing it for. And they just get off on it. I personally don't care. But what I do care about is when someone that's watching me, that thinks they're watching me for who I am, and they hear somebody say he's a con man, he's a thief, he didn't pay this, he's a bad father, he's a This is not his camper. The repo men are looking for him. He's drawing Social Security on a dead ex-wife. I've heard it all. He killed somebody. I've heard it all, and they don't hold back. And so when they say these outlandish things, it's like reading those tabloids. You're like, is it true? Is he a scumbag? Is he a con man? No, but is he? So it just gives people that's why the news does what they do. That's why they do it. The CNN hopes that they can say enough negative stuff about President Trump that enough people will like, is he really a con man? I'm not voting for him next time, and then they can get elected because they don't have enough. They don't have enough talent of their own to talk about what they can do for their country or personality. So the only thing they can do is hate. So they figure if they can just get you and use a cheating way to get you to vote for them when they haven't even announced what they want to do for you or can do or care about, any of their ideas, it's just hate on this guy. He could cure cancer. Hate the orange man. I mean, it's just pathetic. And it's the same way to a different degree on my YouTube channel with these trolls, these haters. Now, I'm not complaining or whatever. Well, you might think I am, but there's other YouTube people, RV people, regular other type channels that these same people hate on and do just as despising, just as much loathing, just as much crap. And other haters that don't even hate on me, that they hate on these other. I mean, it's just the way it is in social media. So do I care? Yeah. Do I mind? Yeah. Do I worry about it anymore? Hell to the no. I'm laughing all the way to the bank. Some people say they might even be helping you. I don't need their help. And there's been an issue with me and other YouTubers where the subscribers have been going down like it's like a slow leak in your tire, like a nail with a tiny little leak. Like some days you don't even lose a subscriber, and other days you lose 2 or 3, and then over the week you might lose 6 or 8, and at the end of the month you've lost 40. So instead of me getting up to the 100,000, I think that it's not trolls. What it is, I think YouTube is doing something, and they're just unsubscribing people. There's so many people that watch my channel that do not follow, and because they think the word subscribe when they hear, because most of the people watching me are geezers, and they hear subscribe, please consider subscribing. You're like, no, I'll just watch you for free. I ain't subscribing to nothing. Subscribe doesn't cost anything. They should just say follow. How many followers you got. So please consider following and checking to see if you've been unfollowed. So many of my followers have been unfollowed of nothing they've done, somehow or another with the computer. Now, I would like to share some positive about it. Even though my followers seem to have gone down a little bit over the last month, well, for a while, instead of going up 10,000 a day, like when I was on the Social Security stuff and I was on every TV in America. Yet my income and my Google AdSense revenue that I earn from this side hustle, it continues to rise. So I'm not complaining, believe me, but I do want to get 100,000 followers to get the accolade that YouTube gives content creators that achieve that goal. And at 67, almost 70,000 followers, I mean, that's right there. I mean, it wouldn't take much if all of you that, all of you that aren't following, that watch me every day, the ones that are still there, they're already obviously following. That's because that's the number. That's what is being represented. But so many of you do watch me that aren't giving the video a thumbs up. You aren't following. Maybe you think it costs something. Whatever. So I'm just asking. Sorry about going on so long about that. But I do need the followers for bragging rights and the play button accolade Doesn't make me any money. 1 million people could be following me. If nobody watches the videos, I don't earn any money. It's through views that make money on YouTube. Views. Commercials that you watch. So let those play, by the way, if you want to help me out. Don't skip them. Every now and then let one play. So follow, watch the commercials. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can support me that way. Use the Amazon link. Doesn't cost you anything either. That's another one that's free. If you're going to do some shopping anyway, all throughout the year. All throughout the year. I mean, if I made a quarter on 70,000 followers that bought some on Amazon every week, I mean, I'd be getting a bigger motorhome. It doesn't cost you anything. So anyway, that's the story about that. And I want to get back to it. I trailed off. I don't want people to touch on one of those videos that pop up. Now, you know you're doing something right when they mimic you, right? You know that. I know this. They know it. I just don't want an innocent, salt of the earth person that watches my channel. They're not perfect. I'm not perfect. The trolls certainly aren't perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I want you to know that there's not a thread, a single thread. If there was, these accusations that they've made, that I've heard about for the last couple of years, you know, I'm not too hard to find. If anybody was looking for me, or there was some shenanigans going on, or anything of the sort, that these, I don't even know what they're saying anymore. They just probably make fun. And here's what they do. Let me just say this. Here's what they do. So they were copying my videos and saying negative stuff about me. Then I was told by all my community, file copyright, file a copyright. I'm like, what's a copyright? I don't know anything about it. I let a year go by. And I let these people get not a leg, but a mountain up on me. Showing my videos on their channel. Doing voiceovers and splicing together what I said on a video a year ago to a video today and a video 6 months ago. And they put together through some kind of software, making me say something that's not what I said. It's from 4 different videos, putting it together. You know how they can do that. Well, now I copyright. I struck them. And a lot of them went out of business. Their channels were taken down. So what do? They're like cockroaches. They crawl out from under a rock with another username. And they're like, well, I don't want to get my channel struck down again, because even if you make a new name, they know your email and your origination, and they'll shut you down. You can't play other people's videos or music or anything on YouTube without the express permission of that creator. That's just the way it is. Copyright, baby. So once I found out about it, I struck them. And a lot of them got mad as hell. You know, it's like swatting a hornet's nest. They were like, you know, you block them, they get mad too. They get so butthurt. They're like, oh, I can't cuss him out. I can't say all these nasty things to him. He blocked me. I'm going to make it my life's mission to just say everything I can every day about this guy, make videos. So now here's what they do. They go on AI and they go like this. This is what they do. All right, I just watched a video on Sarasota Tim, and he was talking all this positive stuff and pray, and he was talking about crushing it for Christ and smile at people and ask them their name and compliment their shoes and, you know, just learn how to be nice. And if somebody puts their turn signal on, let them turn in front of you, do all these good things. I want you to make me a video of exactly the opposite of what he said and make it sound like, you know, we hate him and he's a liar. And I'll make it the world record hate. And then AI just like, boom. They just write a script out and they even make a video and they make it look like a cartoon and they got people saying things and it's just this most negative, crazy they can't even think that. These people can't even spell. They're a bunch of old fuddy-duddies. Most of them are alcoholics and drug addicts that are doing it in their basement. And a lot of them were butthurt because they tried to come on to me when I first started making my YouTube channel grow. And they were asking to be with me, wanted to marry me. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested. And they're like, well, you ain't going to get anybody else. I'm going to make up crap about you. You wouldn't take me. I mean, what do they call it, catfishing and stuff. I've had it all in this social media. So just so you know, if you see something and you go, is he really that way? Did he do that? Is he doing that? Is he a con man? Is he a scumbag? No. And yes. And so are you. No. I mean, really. I'm nothing. Otherwise, I wouldn't make videos and put my life out here if I was hiding from the law or somebody. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this was very entertaining. I really hope the trolls enjoyed their attention that they got tonight. It was just to, not for them, to make you, if you're new, to realize if you want to watch that, go ahead. Go ahead. But you're just helping them out, giving them a click. They're not doing anything for the country or the world or people. And it's just like watching the media. You're just poisoning your own mind. You know, like watching Housewives show. And it's like beep, beep, beep. They can't get a sentence out without 4 F words. So if that's what you like, that's what you like. But this channel crushes it.